A full house on their feet at Pensacola's Flags Speedway for the Snowball Derby.
Here I go again. I was born ready, time to show the win. I guess I'm on a roll again. Yeah, I'm coming through, let the show begin.
It's the pinnacle of short track racing, the Snowball Derby.
This is one of probably the top 3 prestigious races in the country, and it's just something you can't imagine how I feel right now.
I can't even describe it, man. This is so cool.
With the best short track race in America.
You know we just begun. I ain't saying this for fun. All the damage that we've done, better run.
Boom, boom.
You know we just begun. I ain't saying this for fun. All the damage that we've done, better run. Stay ready, don't get ready.
And we are green at the Snowball
Stay
Derby.
ready, don't get ready. Stay ready, don't get ready. Stay ready, don't get ready.
After trials and tribulations, Ty Majeski is a Snowball Derby winner.
Better run, better get up out our way. When we come, better run, better. You know we just begun. I ain't saying this for fun. All the damage that we've done, better run.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ticket Sports Bar in Pensacola, Florida for the Snowball Derby kickoff party, the 57th annual Snowball Derby. Do you know what time it is?
It's Derby time.
It's Derby time, and I am so excited to be here in Pensacola, Florida once again. I'm Matthew Dillner, joined with Brandon Paul right here, my good friend at Flow Racing, and it is the first year for the Snowball Derby on Flow Racing, and what a better way to kick it off. There's no better way to kick it off than with the Tom Dawson Trophy, a packed place here at the Ticket Sports Bar. I'm ready for cheese curds. I'm ready for big guests, and we have a hype crowd behind us ready for the Snowball Derby.
We're going to have to wait a bit on the cheese curds,
Okay.
I think. But, yeah, this is awesome. It feels so good to be back in Pensacola here at the Snowball Derby. And like you said, this is an awesome crowd, one of the better crowds I've seen here at a kickoff party for the Snowball Derby, and just really excited to kick things off. I mean, the Tom Dawson Trophy is on the line this week in Pensacola. I actually had somebody who was just here eating come up to me and say, "What is this all about?"
Oh, that's cool.
This is about the Snowball Derby, one of the biggest races in the country. Come check it out on Sunday.
And that's the cool thing. So there's race fans that are here at the ticket that may not know what the Snowball Derby is. There was a little kid on a bicycle that, came up to our Airbnb and said the same thing. He's like, "What are you doing, sir?" And I was like, "Well, I'm working." He goes, "What do you mean you're working?" I said, "Well, I'm going to this race, and it's called the Snowball Derby." And he looked at me over his bicycle handlebars. He goes, "The Snowball?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is great." So anytime you can introduce a race of this magnitude to a new audience, that's what it's all about. And that's what I'm hoping, actually, that we're going to do here with Flow Racing this year for the Snowball Derby, the 57th annual, a race that's steeped in such tradition, but we're also introducing it to a new audience. Of course, it won't be pay-per-view this year. The Snowball Derby, you can watch it live on Flow Racing with a Flow Racing subscription, as well as it seems like 2 million races a year. I know that's not the technical term, but
At least 2,000.
At least 2,000. So it's going to be a new year, a new hype around the Snowball Derby.
Absolutely, and the other cool thing is we have the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals going on at the same time on Flow Racing, another huge event in the dirt world. So, yeah, the cool thing is I really do think that this race is going to reach a new audience this year, in a large audience, because you're going to have all these dirt late model fans, sprint car fans. On Sunday, December 8th, there's nothing else going on really in motorsports around America, and everybody is going to have their eyes on Pensacola, Florida on Sunday.
That's for sure. But before we get to the Snowball Derby, there's so much racing action. Of course, it starts here at the kickoff party where all the drivers, the crews, the teams, the families are all enjoying, some wings or enjoying a nice cocktail, loosening up before the week. But there's so much more to the Snowball Derby week, and it all starts tomorrow.
It does. The action at the track starts tomorrow with hauler parking, a big tradition here at the Snowball Derby.
Now hear this.
Now hear this. Awesome tradition. Looking forward to that. And then you have Tech in the qualifying draw later. And then Thursday is when it gets intense. Race cars are on the track for the first time. They're trying to turn fast laps, get ready for qualifying on Friday, get ready for the race on Sunday. And you can't talk about the Snowball Derby without talking about qualifying. It is one of, if not the most intense qualifying sessions in all of motorsports.
Yes.
The intensity on pit road Friday night is just, it's wild, honestly. And then you go into Saturday, you've got the Snowflake 100, and you have the last chance races for both of those races. Just so much going on, all leading up to Sunday. 300 laps in the Snowball Derby. Just can't wait.
I can't wait. And, I know who else can't wait to. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Does his name start with an R?
Yes, he's one of my best friends, and his name is Rob Blount. He's from originally Long Island, New York, but he is a snowball veteran, as both of us are as well.
That just means we're getting old.
Yeah,
veteran.
true. But making his return back to the Snowball Derby is Rob Blount. And let's go down to Rob, and let's go over to Rob. Wherever he is in the bar, where are you, buddy?
Guys, I'm hanging out by the Golden Tee, by the shuffleboard. I don't know if that was a good shot or not, to be honest with you. I don't know shuffleboard well enough, but my goodness, you hit the nail on the head. I am so excited to be back at the Snowball Derby. So excited to be back at the kickoff part, to be honest with you. I forgot how much fun this event is. I mean, Daryl, if you look this way, we've got a bunch of people playing pool over here. It's getting rowdy over there. There was a lot of cheers. Right behind us, like I said, we've got the shuffleboard. And we're over near the Golden Tee, and I caught up with, because again, normally I'm around the Cars Tour, right? And I found a couple of my people, Cars Tour champions here. I'm just going to step right in the middle of the both of you guys here. The Quapple brothers, Caden Quapple, Carson Quapple, family affair for you guys here at the Derby. Running Archie St. Hilaire's super late model, prepared by Dad, Travis Braden. And Carson's running a late model owned by Dad's crew chief from 2003 when he won the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. Carson, I'm going to start with you. How cool is that you get to work with someone that helped lead your dad to a championship way back before you were even born?
It's pretty cool, honestly. I mean, Dave's a really smart guy. Obviously, they won the 2003 Truck Series Championship, and if I'm not mistaken, they won the year before as well with Mike Bliss. So he really knows his stuff, and I wouldn't say he's new to the Super Late Model stuff. From what I know, he built Super Late Model chassis before he went racing in the NASCAR. So for him, it's kind of coming back and a reunion for him, building these chassis again. And I honestly feel like he's got a pretty good piece, and hasn't been to the track a whole lot around here, around the South or Florida, but this is the second time for this chassis being out, and we're learning as we go and just trying to figure it all out. But I think we got a pretty fast piece for Sunday.
Now, last year, this race wasn't the kindest to you. You just said you got a fast piece. So how confident do you feel that this year is going to be a lot better for you than last year?
I actually am pretty confident, really. I feel like our qualifying speed, like last 2 years, I've been pretty worried about it, and last year we didn't make it because we didn't qualify in. So this year we've got a few mock runs under our belt so far, and I feel like we got enough speed. I mean, I'll probably be nervous still no matter what, but I feel like we have a lot better shot than what we did last year, and I think we're going to have a good shot at it, and hopefully we can get into the race and settle in and have a good piece for race runs.
Now, normally Carson's running the late model stock cars, Caden's running the pro late models. You guys are racing head-to-head this week, so a little bit of bragging rights on the line for you to tell Big Brother that this is my world in the straight rail cars?
I mean, it definitely was last year, yeah. He wasn't able to get in the show, even though he kind of made it out of the B main, but last year we were good. We qualified right in the race, kind of struggled in the race, but I feel like we got a lot of experience. Same car we brought here last year, so we got a lot in our notebook and stuff. Carson was here last year. He drove it a couple times too, so it's a little bit different this year. I feel like we're a little bit opposite. He's a little better in mock run speed. I feel like my race run stuff's pretty good, so we have another day of testing, so on Friday, and then qualifying. So we have some time to work on it, get it ready. I feel like we have a really good chance, though. Our race run stuff was really good, so once we get in the show, I feel like we'll be really good.
Now, I know normally the pastime for you guys is airsoft wars. How about some Golden Tee here? Do either of you play, and which one would be better?
Golf? No, we don't really do any of that. We do mini golf a lot at home, but we're trying to go play 9 holes, maybe 18 once we get decent, but we kind of suck at the driving range, so I don't know how it's going to go.
Do you normally beat him in mini golf?
Yeah, I think he's only beat me a few times. We play mini golf for money, so I really take it pretty intense. I line it up. I don't just hit. So no, I go pretty hard.
All right, we'll see who gets the bragging rights and maybe the money at the end of Sunday between the Quapple brothers. Guys, back up to you on the set.
Well, I kind of really like that. I kind of really like that whole mini golf for money thing. Maybe we should go to Fast Eddie's and do some go-karting for money. I don't know about the mini golf.
Do we think this guy's good at mini golf?
Dylan Smith,
I'm
Mamba,
pretty
you a mini
decent.
golf guy?
I'm not a bad mini golf guy. I'm okay. We did some charity event that the Harvick's asked me to be a part of. We did all right. I'm not mad about it.
All right. Does that mean win or?
I don't remember if we won, but
Participation
I know we didn't lose.
Okay. Okay. Well, hey, you stick out like a sore thumb. This jacket, man, is you got some bling going here with this thing. This is the brightest jacket in the room, I think, right now. So if there was the Horvath Design Best Appearing Car Award, I think this would be the best appearing jacket maybe tonight.
Yeah, I think you've got it.
I would say I'm definitely the best appearing
jacket
guy.
or a guy.
No,
Oh, come on, man.
Nah, you look great.
We're gonna go neck and neck here, all of us.
Did you see his haircut? You got a fresh haircut.
I never go without a hat.
The beard, look at that beard. It's looking straight.
I think Snowball has us all beat behind us here.
Yeah. Oh, Snowball's here. Oh, check that out. Hey, say hi, Snowball.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is a dub.
Hey,
that's a dub outfit.
That's a tough.
Whoa, Snowball.
That is, don't knock down the trophy, but Snowball right here, this has got to be you look like I'd be so hot right now if I was in your outfit.
I'm not.
Nobody's hotter than Snowball right now.
No, Snowball's got it going on. Snowball's got it going on.
Well, let's talk about Snowball Derby and what it means to you.
Yeah.
You're going to be running in the Snowflake 100 third start, hopefully, in the Snowball.
Yep.
The Snowflake, excuse me. 2018 and 19, I believe, were your years.
Or 21 or 22. 21 maybe?
I think 18 because I was there. I remember.
There? Okay,
I remember you there. It's got to be at least be 18, but
I'm getting old. I just don't even remember.
You got a little
the
gray
years.
there, not as much as me.
No, that's just wisdom. It's okay.
But hey, what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm just looking forward to the event, man. It's one of the best stock car events.
Yeah.
Probably the best motorsports events of the year. I love to be a part of it. I love supporting short track racing.
Yep.
That's really what it is about for me, and trying to bring some awesome brands and sponsors like Sunoco. We got Heat Wave, 47. So we got some cool people that are a part of this deal, and just getting them involved with short track racing, because that's what's most important.
Now, before we go further with talking about the racing here this week, I have to ask, your Twitter bio, NASCAR Chief Hype Officer.
Uh-huh.
What is a Chief Hype Officer?
I mean, are you having a good time?
Yeah,
hold on. Let's show them.
Then if you're having a good time,
we're in a bar.
Yeah.
Let's show them.
If you're having
be
a good
Chief
time,
Hype Officer.
Oh no!
Let's hear some noise, people. Or see. Whoa, Dillner brought a little hype. See what you can do.
No, I don't think I'm going to be able to bring it.
Come
I can't
on,
turn
man.
it on
Bring
and
it.
off like that.
Bring it, Mamba.
Pensacola! Make some noise!
Okay, that's a Chief Hype Officer right there.
That's just a little bit.
He just brought it.
I didn't even know what to
bring.
bring. I didn't even know what to bring, but I brought
You
it.
brought it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
No, so honestly, man, I just made it up because I made it up myself because when I started becoming a part of the NASCAR family as far as the digital platform, no one knew my resume and why I was even talking about racing. As far as the fans, there's 3-4 million fans.
They don't realize you're a racer.
Yeah,
too.
they don't know, and that's okay because you'll learn, you'll figure it out. But I needed to come up with something. I'm like, you can't get mad at the guy who's supporting the thing you love too, right? So I started there as a nice, easy entrance into the sport, and now everyone knows what I'm about. So that's what's all important.
One thing that I think is cool too is you've seen the sport from a lot of different angles, not just the steering wheel, right?
Right.
Not just the media side, you doing the podcast with Harvick and whatnot, but heck, man, you used to work a little bit with the old Speed 51 and things like that, and you've seen the Derby from a lot of different perspectives.
Yeah. No, I mean, the sport has so much to offer, and I think that's what's most important to me is making sure that I'm able to show that. I think I've had every job except being an official, which I'll never do that. I'll never do that job. But being able to be a part of it from all the angles, I feel like I'm able to explain from one group to another why something might be what it is, why it might work, why it might not, and try to cross those together because we get a lot of wires crossed. And a lot of people don't understand exactly why things are the way they are, like even what you guys are doing right in the media space. Like people don't know why you're doing X, Y, Z, and it's, well, we have these partners or this thing that we can or can't do. So just trying to explain that and educate the folks as much as I can.
As far as racing goes, you don't get to do a lot of it.
No.
As far as getting behind the wheel,
No.
I think you made one start earlier this
One
year.
star,
at Hickory.
one star this year, I agree.
And you come down here, the Snowflake, one of the toughest races in America. Why?
Everyone keeps asking me that. They're like, you know that there's easier ways to do that. But there really isn't for me because I don't get to race that often. So I need to think about my partners and their return on investment and what they're getting. This is the best race for that. We get, 3 days of practice? So I feel like if I can't be competitive after 3 days of practice, I really shouldn't be showing up to any racetrack anyway. So 3 days of practice and 100 laps in the race. So, my brands that we bring, they get to see it on Flow, which that was really a big reason this year. Last year I did an ARCA race because I really picked one, and I can kind of make the cost make sense, right? So, but when Flo decided to come on for this, I'm like, no, we got to go back to the Derby. So I'm back with Lee Falk Racing. I got Michael's racing.
Great.
Yeah, Michael's racing too. So we got 2 cars we're trying to get in. It's going to be a good time.
So what's a successful weekend for you? What's a successful snowflake for you? Of course, first you have to make the show, and that's hard.
Show. Yeah, making the show and then bringing it back all in one piece. That's really what I really want to do. I want to be competitive too. I don't want to just be there. I want to be competitive. I think the first year I made it, it was a weird one because it like snowed, rained, or whatever, and we were kind of running in the wet and got in a wreck early, which sucked because I thought we were decent. And then the second year I made it, I put so much pressure on myself to make it because the partners that we did bring on, and it was the first time I was with a really good car and a really good team, so I put a lot more pressure on myself. And now that I'm here to have fun and support what we're all doing here on a high level. So I think just finishing the race, being competitive, and doing the best job I can.
And have some fun, right?
No, the fun part that's automatic. That's really why I come down here, is for the fun.
What's the most fun thing away from the racetrack? What's the most fun thing you do at the Snowball Derby? Come on,
most talk to us, obviously.
Being at the ticket.
Yeah. Honestly, like whenever you run into folks from the racetrack at the bars or at the restaurant, everyone's like looking across and shots start sliding across and all the things. It gets a little hairy. That's my favorite.
Little apple juice.
That's my favorite. Little apple juice.
Yeah. Lemonade.
Yeah. Coca-Cola. All that stuff.
Yeah. Whatever. What, you got a drink sponsor?
No, not yet.
We're looking for one.
We're always looking for a drink sponsor.
Well, Mamba, it was nice having you.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
It was always good to talk to you. We're New Englanders, me and Mamba, too.
That's right. We got Maine and Vermont. I'm the oddball because I'm a Long Islander.
Whatever.
Long Island. You foreigners to Long Island would say Long Island.
Yeah.
But hey,
we don't usually say it much.
We're in Florida, so everybody's concentrate on one thing, and that's Pensacola, Florida. And we're going to come back here on Flow Racing. We're going to be talking to a whole host of drivers here for the kickoff party at the Ticket in Pensacola. Let's go! Ticket Sports Bar in Pensacola, Florida, for the kickoff party for the 57th annual Snowball Derby. And folks at the ticket, it's about to get nasty because we got Stephen Nassy here with us, perennial Snowball favorite. It seems like every year that you do the kickoff party, you know, it's the anticipation of Saturday, the anticipation of Sunday, for some the anticipation for Friday. You know, is this a detuned time for you, or are you starting to feel the excitement?
Definitely feeling the excitement. Everybody comes around all week, and you know, people go to McGuire's and you know, go to these different places to eat, right? But tonight where we can really gather as a group of all just racers and enjoy ourselves. So I really love these nights. I went out and I had the Weeder Nation golf tournament today, and we were able to get first place in that. So a lot of fun, and big shout out to Weeder. You know, he does a great job with all my tires all the time, and he's really a great guy.
He's a legend.
Yes, and somebody that we need in the sport. So super blessed to be a part of that. But again, it's just when we get to come here, hang out, everybody just gets to cut back, have a few drinks, have fun, shoot some pool, you know, bet a little bit of money.
What's the drink of choice, though?
It's Red Bull and Tito's tonight, right now. No makers,
that's
no
like qualifying. That's like full send mode. Tape up, let's go.
We got to wake up a little bit, and I'm sure everybody's going to have a good time tonight.
When do you flip that switch from having a good time to, okay, it's game mode here this week, I want to win the Snowball Derby? When is that Wednesday? Is that Thursday morning? When does that kind of switch?
The way I've looked at it is I try not to get too stressed out. You get stressed out and, you know, think about like, oh, it's game time. Like I got to, you know, do this, do that. You start making mistakes, you know. And when I strap into that race car, it's 100%. I'm ready to go and do my job out there and be as smooth and as clean as I can. And you know, I'd never quit having a good time. Me and my guys have a good time, whether we're at the bar or we're at the shop. And it's just all about that connection. And like I said, it's just when that race comes on and I strap that helmet on, it's time to go. And that's kind of the way I live, and always usually feel better when the helmet gets on.
How old are you now?
29.
29. Okay, the first time you came here, how old were you?
I don't know. It's been 13, 14, something. So, like 17, I would say, something like that.
So how would
18.
you consider, like, how you treated, like, coming into the Snowball Derby on, like, a Tuesday, Wednesday, getting down here then compared to now? Like, is it more relaxed? Is it more fun now? Because you've been through the trials. You've been through the ups and downs.
For sure. And there's been, in the super late model world, there's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs, right? I think that, you know, the whole sport's going through a change, and I mean, I'm happy to be a part of the whole deal. And I've like I said, I've been when it was, you know, like we're having Bob back, like we just talked about, you know, so we're having him back. You know, when the last one that he had done, to me, it felt like one of the biggest derbies that there was. You know, you had the Jumbotron set up and all that, and that really makes a difference with the fans and all that. So, I'm really looking forward to it. I've been to some good ones. I've been to some bad ones, and I've, you know, been a little bit a part of everything. And I just think as getting older, I'm just more comfortable. And like I said, we get to sit back, relax, and have some drinks and have some laughs and do a little gambling on the pool table. And we get to have fun as racers. When we get to that racetrack, it really is grind time. You know, we got to work on the car, got to get it right. You only got a certain amount of time. So it comes down to, you got to manage your time right, and we're having fun tonight, but the next few days will be, you know, all business.
We talk about Friday and the intensity of qualifying on pit road. Now, Friday night hasn't always been the most kind to you. You've had some struggles in qualifying.
Yeah.
Now, the question I have for you is, do you feel more pressure as you're getting in that car on Friday night or as you're coming to the green flag on Sunday? What's the more sort of tense moment for you?
Definitely on Friday. I don't feel any pressure when we're in the race car. And I think a lot of drivers, you know, especially the good ones, don't feel pressure. We react on instinct, you know, like we're just ready to go for whatever happens. And when you're waiting to go out to qualify and you got all these people were lined up, what is there, 60 cars maybe, and you're all lined up with all your, you know, little generators heating up the oil and all that, and like you're sitting there waiting, and you see the fog, the dew rolling in, It's a different experience, but last year I was able to qualify 8th, which is really good for me. And I feel like the last few races that I've run, I've done a lot better in qualifying. So I'm hoping that we have a good weekend. We do have a provisional waiting for us if we need it, but I hope not to use it.
Now the Blizzard Series this year, you had a win, but how did that help you? You know, you're a veteran down here, but how did that help you in specific this year as opposed to any other year as far as tuning for this race? Because a lot of people watching on Flow don't understand that there's a faction of you guys that race the Blizzard Series races for this year as a real warm-up, a real tune-up for the Snowball Derby.
Yeah, the only race that is like I could say a real tune-up would be maybe the last Blizzard race. Because, we're running all through the year, and we got the summer and, all the heat. So that really affects the racetrack. But, like, right now, when we get to this time of the year and the weather drops and the track is way cooler, times pick up, and it does make the racing a little bit easier. But I feel like it just kind of falls in my favor because it comes in for long runs. It's easy to overdrive it on a cold track where you have all that grip because you want more, you know. But I just, I don't think any of those races helped us at all. But the way that this track plays in the cool weather, I think really helps me a lot.
Now, I know you probably didn't expect to get out of this interview without a Bubba Pollard-related question. When you say Stephen Nasse, you say Bubba Pollard. When you say Bubba Pollard, you say Stephen Nasse. I mean, you guys at the top of your game in the super late model world. Going back to last year, now you both have said racing deal, type of deal, the final laps of last year's Derby. Do you ever play through your mind, if the same thing happens again this year, is there anything you would do differently?
Absolutely not. No, I wouldn't do anything different. I know that, Bubba might not be too happy about it, and that's fine by me. We're racers, and I wasn't giving him an inch. I wasn't taking a bunch of inches, but I just wasn't giving him any inches. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them deals where we're running hard for the Snowball Derby. I'm not going to move over for anybody, and nobody's going to move over for me. Me and Ty just run hard side by side and kind of rubbing fenders a little bit. And I was going to rub fenders with Bubba, if he was going to try to race by me. And that's just what it comes down to. Listen, I have no issues with the guy. We have a lot of hard races where it kind of looks like, we're big enemies. I don't have a personal problem. He can think what he wants about what I did in that race. It doesn't really affect me. I'm going to go do the same thing this year, and we'll see if he's up front with me. I mean, I know I've been racing for the win in a lot of these few last derbies, and I ain't seen him up there. So we'll see this week if he's racing with me.
Well, there's a thing in motorsports when you had Rusty and Dale, or Dale and, well, it seemed like it was always Dale. Maybe it's always just you. I don't know, but like, you sell tickets. Okay, we got this little poster here, and it's like, it's great to have rivalries in the sport.
It is.
Okay, you got Ty Majeski on there, but rivalries are rooted in passion.
Yep.
Okay, so this race brings that out in the both of you.
100%. And
Why?
Bubba is one of the. Well, I mean, it's just the name of the event for one. Everybody wants to get that Tom Dawson trophy. Everybody wants to kiss the Snowball, and again. Like I said, nothing against Bubba. He is a hell of a race car driver, if not one of the best, right? And I wouldn't be much of a competitor if I were just to roll over and let him go or just say, oh, he's better or whatever. I'm going to race him hard, and I enjoy racing him. If he wasn't around, it wouldn't be as fun for me. It gives me something to chase, and that's just the God's honest truth. Before I really got big into late models, Bubba was around, and Bubba's been around for a long time, a household name, somebody that I did look up to at a point in time, but we do have our differences, and we just race hard. I have nothing but respect for the guy. I would not just wreck him by any means, but I will race him hard.
Last thing here, 15 seconds. Give somebody a sales pitch that's never watched a Snowball Derby. Look into that camera and tell them why they should watch on Sunday.
Well, listen, if you want to have the most exciting circle track racing that you can find locally, the Snowball Derby is 100% the best bet that you have. If you want to watch some fireworks between, like you said, between me, maybe Bubba, maybe Ty, there's so many options there, and the best drivers don't race on Sunday in the Cup Series. I mean, we race Sunday the Snowball Derby, but I think a lot of it gets lost in translation that these are some of the best drivers here. Guys like Ty Majeski and Bubba Pollard, those are real top dogs, and we're all out here chasing them and just trying to get a little piece of it.
That's right. Well, Stephen, good luck at your attempt at getting that Tom Dawson trophy.
Yes, sir.
Always entertaining, buddy. So
I'll do my
win,
best
lose,
to put
or
on the
draw,
show.
and that's what we love about you.
That's
but,
right.
Speaking of entertaining, let's go down to your best buddy, Rob Blount. Rob, who do you got?
Guys, we're catching up here with Jake Finch, who I've noticed is doing a little bit of everything, all the games around this restaurant. He's played some pool. He's been playing some basketball, just draining threes. Everybody knows you as a baseball player beyond racing. Have you missed your calling here?
Probably not. I'm a little too short to play basketball, but I feel like I could shoot a little bit. But just focused on the Derby this weekend, and hopefully we have a good shot this weekend.
You're telling me you're too short to play basketball. You were just telling me before we started this that you just dropped 20 and had 7 steals in your adult league this week.
I was like 15, but I like to up it a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. We have a little team at home with a few of my friends from high school. We play, and it's been fun. We got the playoffs here in 2 weeks, so we'll see.
All right, well, you've been testing for a little bit down here. How do you feel about this week? Is it going to go as well as your basketball game is just going up here?
Yeah, I hope so. I got the pro and the super, and the pro this year with Ronnie Sanders has been going really well. We've had a lot of success with that, and hopefully that we can continue that this weekend. Luckily, being able to win the last Snowflake or Alan Turner Pro Late Model race here, and I feel like it's been pretty good. And last year at the Derby, we were really well until we got caught up in that late race wreck. And I feel like if we could survive the madness and get there at the end, I think we have a good shot at there on Sunday.
Now, Matthew and Brandon just asked Stephen Nassie about what makes this race so special. For those that don't know, your sales pitch, what brings you back every year to the Snowball Derby?
Yeah, luckily, with my dad being involved in racing my whole life, I've been able to go to a lot of cool races, and this is really been the race every year that I look forward to. Even before I raced, I just loved the Snowball Derby, being able to come over here, and I think the access that the fans get is really cool as well, just being able to kind of meet the drivers, and it's a grassroots feel, but it's a bunch of high caliber race car drivers. So I love this race. It feels like a higher class NASCAR race, and I'm just excited to be able to be in it, hopefully on Sunday, and have a good day.
Well, guys, I'm going to go back up to you on the set and see who else I find all over this restaurant here at the ticket.
Thank you, Rob, and it's great to see somebody with generational ties like Jake so passionate about this race, and obviously has such a huge future in the sport. This place, though, is packed with superstars tonight, and we've seen them walking by the table. We're going to have some of them on the show here shortly. So I heard there's a guy named maybe Bubba that's walking around here, and hey, I think I heard Noah Gregson back there.
I think I heard him. Yeah,
I heard him.
Over our headphones.
I heard him. So when we come back, we're going to have some superstars of the Snowball Derby. Stay tuned to Flow Racing, and we'll be back at the ticket for the kickoff party. Welcome back to the Ticket Sports Bar in Pensacola, Florida. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, joined by Brandon Paul and Rob Blount here at the kickoff party for the 57th annual Snowball Derby, the greatest pavement short track race in America. And the man that makes it happen is joining us tonight, and that's Tim Bryant, the co-owner and promoter at Flags Speedway. Tim, we had a good time with you earlier this year. We did a little drive to the Derby piece with you. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I haven't got to watch it yet, so
Wait
I hope
a minute, you haven't watched it?
I've watched every one but that one. And by the way, thanks
you didn't want
to
to see yourself on camera.
I didn't. It's not pretty.
The fans loved it, Tim. Come on, let's be honest.
On.
The drive to the Derby segments has been awesome.
Great.
Congratulations to you guys, and we thank you for doing that. It's been cool.
We appreciate that. That and what you guys have been doing with your countdowns to the Derby and your social media stuff. You know, this race, has a lot of hype. It's really cool to me to come back for after all these years, but be here at the kickoff party. What about this crowd that we have behind us here?
Man, you know what? We want to thank all the crew, Todd Hofstetter and his crew here, Justin, and all the staff here at the Ticket for making this a great inaugural event here, and I hope it's the first of many. We're having a good time.
And we have to thank Adam Mackey, who's somewhere here as well, for the recommendation to come here, right?
This is his place. Yeah.
This is Adam's house.
This is Adam.
It is.
Who, for those who don't know, Adam Mackey will be one of the voices you will hear throughout the week on the Snowball Derby broadcast on Flow Racing. I think he told me 14 consecutive between radio and live stream. So awesome to have Adam on board. But Tim, one of the things I wanted to ask you about first, one thing we talk about a lot, ticket sales. I know we've seen some stuff on social media. How are ticket sales for the fans wanting to come down to Pensacola? They should probably get them right now, right?
Well, the reserve seat tickets are sold out. We will be selling general admission at the gate. So, for folks that want to come, it's not too late. You could come on race day, and we'll make room for you. The bottom half of the front stretch grandstands is our GA seating, but all the reserve seats in turn 1 and 2 and the top half of the front stretch is sold out. And you know what? We're really grateful to the strong fan base this event has produced. I mean, many of these people are coming for the umpteenth year, I'll say, and I think we've even got 1 or 2 that may be seeing their 57th Derby this year.
And one of the really cool things, too, is, for the fans that maybe don't know Flags Speedway, if you watch the racing and you're following along on Flow Racing, you'll see all the trailers parked in the infield, okay? But on race day for the 57th annual Snowball Derby and all the other Snowball Derbies, they take the trailers out. So those bottom row general admission seats, you can see all the way around this racetrack. That's something that a lot of racetracks don't have. But I got to say, we kind of touched on it a little bit when we were sitting down talking. Those are some of my favorite seats. You know me, I'm a history guy. Those cinder block seats at the bottom are just the king of cool, dude.
There's a lot of stories to be told from those cinder block seats. There's no question about it. It goes all the way back into the 60s and the old super modified days. And, there's been some dark days at Flags Speedway. There's a couple of deaths back in those days. And thankfully, safety equipment has gotten so good nowadays. We seldom have an injury. Knock on wood. We certainly hope we don't anytime soon. But, there's a lot of history there. And, Wayne Niedecken Sr. won the very first Snowball Derby. And the rest is history, as I say. I mean, there's just a lot of good stories have been told, about the race and about things that's gone on at Flags Speedway.
I've got a lot of little parts of Snowball Derby weekend that I love. I've got these little parts of Flags Speedway that I love personally because I'm a dork, okay? Let's just admit it. Anybody here that knows me knows I am the biggest dork in the room.
Look at if you could see his spreadsheet on this computer.
You would see, I have a spreadsheet. I don't need this spreadsheet, but I'm an idiot. Anyway, the little nooks and crannies of this place, because it has so much history, there's a mural that I've always wanted to ask you this. There's a mural on the side of the grandstands. It's my favorite part of the Speedway. And it shows some of the early winners. Dickie Davis is on there, Wayne Niedecken Sr. What do you know about that mural? And I just want to thank you for keeping it.
Well, listen, I'd be remiss if I didn't say, first of all, an apology out to Elgin Trailer, who, by the way, has done a magnificent job with our countdown to the Derby stories. And Elgin sent me a text today, said, send me a picture of the mural. Yes. So I'm going to have to go back to the track and do that yet tonight. So we'll get it out there where everybody can see it. But we had a local artist come in a few years ago and paint that mural. He was a big Dale Earnhardt Sr. fan who, by the way, raced in one Snowball Derby. So he's kind of the focal point. He's looking down onto the Speedway. And, of course, there's a tribute to Rich Bickle, who owned the Snowball Derby in the 90s practically with 5 wins. And, of course, it mentions our local winners, Wayne E. Decken Sr., Dickie Davis, Eddie Mercer, and Johanna Long. So a little Pensacola history there as well.
This year, for the second time, you corrected me earlier this year, $50,000 to win. It was $50,000. What year? Tell me.
I think it was 2000. We'll have to ask our friend Gary St. Amant, who will be here this week.
So this is the second time, though. For you, how important was it to get this race to that $50,000 to win payday for the racers that come?
Well, listen, I mean, we all know the super late model racing has gone, and pro late model racing to some degree as well, has just gone to levels none of us really saw coming. We as an industry are trying to control costs, and it's just extremely difficult. So it costs a lot to race. Purses have not risen in comparison to the cost of racing. We know that. So we're scratching and clawing and trying to find every way we can to try to get purses increased. And listen, with the way streaming is nowadays, and a new relationship with Flow Racing, we were able to contribute some to the purse. We raised the Snowball Derby purse substantially, a $200,000 purse for that race on Sunday. So with all the other divisions, we raised the purse for the Alan Turner Snowflake 100. So we're trying to. It's all just a pass through. Honestly, a lot of money's changing hands out here this weekend. But at the end of the day, we want everybody to get a fair shake. Try to cover as much of their expenses as they can. But our number one goal here, guys, is we want everyone to come here and have a good time. And, it all starts here tonight, I guess.
Oh, everybody's having a good time here at the ticket. I got to ask you one quick question before we toss it to Rob. How many hours of sleep do you think you'll get between now and Sunday?
Well, it's probably not going to be many, but listen, I mean, we have such an incredible staff that does this. I mean, I'm just one cog in a wheel.
Yes, sir.
We got a lot of people that have put a lot of heart and soul into this, and many of them have been doing it for many, many years, and we would be nothing without all of them. So, we'll find our way till Sunday and hopefully have a great race. That's what we're anticipating. And all the folks that can't make it down here to Pensacola will enjoy watching it on Flow.
Well, Tim Bryant, thank you for joining us. Thank you for having us at the Snowball Derby. It's an opportunity that we do not take for granted, us personally and us as a network with Flow Racing. So thank you very much. And speaking of hard work, we should throw it over to, I think I see him over there. He's one of the hardest workers we have with Flow Racing. Rob Blount, who you got, buddy?
Yeah, I'm walking around the back area still, found 2018 Snowball Derby champion, Noah Gregson. We're standing by the change machine, and I know the money isn't what brings you back to this race. So what is it? Oh, yeah, we can hear me. What is it, though, that brings you back as a former winner of this race to this hoedown every year?
Yeah, it's super fun to be able to come out to the Derby and just see old friends, make new friends, have a good time. And it's just the hardest race of the year. I take it super serious and watch a lot of film, take a lot of notes. The track changes so much throughout the week, and I didn't really realize that until we tire tested down here. We didn't make a change all day except for tire compounds, and put our original set of tire compounds back on the car that we started the day off with, and the car was completely different. So that's kind of got me spun out. But overall, I think, Brett Jones Racing, Mark Rett, Terry Jones, Stacy Jones, Gary Crooks at Port City Race Cars. We want to get this thing in victory lane and qualify good. So we're going to work hard this week. We're not exactly where we want to be, but we'll get there eventually, I hope.
Now, you're a driver that's known for usually finding a way to have a good time. I know you're wearing this sweatshirt. You were just out at the Formula One race out in your hometown of Las Vegas. How much fun was that? What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was cool. This is cooler, though, coming out to the Snowball Derby. Tim Bryant puts on a great show, and it's a lot of fun just a week down here. But I was able to go out to Las Vegas and spend some time out there for Thanksgiving, get to go to the F1 race. It's just polar opposites of what the Snowball Derby is. If you want to come have a good time, I recommend short track race, and if you want to drink champagne and barely see the cars, then go to F1.
Your hat, Travis Pastrana, are you turning into a YouTube guy? Because I've seen you all over YouTube now, and you're doing stuff with Pastrana. What's that been like hanging out with him?
I don't know if I'm a YouTuber, but it's been a lot of fun working with Travis and the rest of the Nitro Circus guys, along with Channel 199. This hat, they're starting a YouTube channel at. So after you guys are already subscribed to Flow Racing. So now that you're subscribed to Flow Racing, go over to YouTube, subscribe to Channel 199. It's been fun. We went down to Freedom Factory and raced at Cletus's place and the Crown Vics. We didn't do too good, so that video's out. You can go watch that. But it's been a lot of fun. Went up to his house, drove side-by-sides, did a backflip on a dirt bike into the foam pit. Just stuff that, as a kid, I don't know if I can speak for everyone, but I grew up watching Travis Pastrana. I grew up wanting to do a backflip in the foam pit and just hang out with him. So it's pretty special to be able to call him a close friend now. And they're actually coming here with Nitro Circus Live Monday the 9th, right after the Derby. So might go hit that too.
That's awesome. Well, best of luck this weekend at the Snowball Derby, and hopefully a better luck than you had in that Crown Vic race. Noah Gregson, we're going to keep on moving here, see who else we can find. And I don't know. There he is, Cole Butcher here. You've qualified really, really well at this race the last few years, and we were just watching some hockey up here, saw a couple fights going on up there. How important is it for you to stay out of all the kerfuffles here that could happen at the Snowball Derby and go win this race?
The past few years I probably got into a little kerfuffles, not necessarily here, but around the country. So I feel like this year I've done a pretty good job staying out of anybody's way, other than maybe that little incident in Hickory at the start of the year. But qualified really good here, qualified really bad here. So I feel really good about our car this year. I feel like we've had really good success this year between the Blizzard Series, the ASA Tour, the Southern Super Series. So just really looking forward to this year's Derby.
I was catching up with you a week and a half ago, I think, up at the shop in Mooresville, North Carolina. You had your new baby there hanging at the shop. It's been a big year for you. How cool would it be to cap this year off with a Snowball Derby win and lifting that Tom Dawson trophy?
It would be amazing. I got a brand new baby, so to hold him in victory lane, I haven't been able to do that yet. Would be an incredible feeling. Plus, I've just had good success at the Snowball Derby. I think I read I've had 6 top 5s in the last 6 races at the Snowball Derby, so I feel like I'm pretty consistent. I just need to cap off at the end and be there.
All right, so how's testing been this week? How confident are you feeling?
I think we're about 3rd fastest right now out of everybody, but I'm pretty confident in my race car, and I know we're just going to make it that much better. So, there's a lot going on this week between Tech tomorrow and all the rubber getting put down between all the divisions. So we're just really looking forward to come Sunday.
How important is this night, the kickoff party? You've been testing over the weekend, then it's all work starting tomorrow. How important is it to be able to be laid back tonight?
It's pretty important. We've been pretty laid back the last couple of days. Yesterday I tested with my brother, did a couple laps in the Pro Late model, hung out with Chandler on Sunday, and now we're here just chilling. So business gets back to normal tomorrow between Tech Day, parking, and everything. So tomorrow's a little bit of a chill day, as long as we get through Tech good, but just really excited for this weekend.
All right, Cole Butcher, good luck this weekend. There's so many people here at the ticket. We're going to see who else we can find and who else we can get up on set on the other side of this break.
We are back live at the Ticket Sports Bar in Pensacola, Florida. Well, everybody else is enjoying chicken wings and hamburgers. We're up here with some waters and some sodas, but we've got Bubba Pollard. Bubba, do I have to wake you up, buddy? You seem a little tired.
It's been a long couple of days.
Yeah.
Long couple of months, really.
So tell the fans on Flow what the last couple of days have been like with you and your team at the shop. Getting ready for the
we
Derby.
just getting everything prepared. It's just tough because you want to give it 100%. And then this year, it's we kind of made it a little tougher on us because we're bringing down a second car for the super race, and then we're going to run the Snowflake, which we hadn't done in quite some time. But we figured we wanted to run some laps on this tire, kind of get acclimated, and see what it does on Saturday night. So that's the plan so far. And but man, we had a busy last couple of months. We've built some new cars. For this deal, we've done the Xfinity race. We've done our dirt track there with the Peach State Classic and things like that. So, man, some of my guys.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Miss Snowball comes in clutch with the – that's going to wake
That's
you
good.
up.
There you go.
Hey, props.
I needed that.
Props, right?
I feel like this is a kickoff party tradition that you always – somebody brings you something.
Well, I'm in a lot better shape tonight than I was a couple of years ago. But yeah, we just had a lot going on, man, with the dirt race and just getting cars and just giving it 100%. So it's you got to do whatever it takes.
Did you have time for turkey at all, though?
We made it there for about an hour, just long enough to eat, and then we was right back at the shop. So, yep, been a long few days.
The drive to the Derby piece we did with you in your hometown, Matthew did great. It was an awesome segment. You talked about your mindset coming into the week and how you approached it, how you used to get tense and feel the pressure. This year, it's now Tuesday, a few days away. What is the mindset? How are you feeling going into the Derby?
I mean, I feel pretty good, but there's been years I felt good before, and we still don't win. So I don't really know. I mean, just go in there and do what we can do. I feel like we got a good race car. I feel like we've brought race cars capable of winning the last couple of years, especially last year, and trying to get it done. So, I don't know. I said, we wasn't going to bring a new car, and I brought it.
Oh, you did?
Breaking news here on the kickoff show.
We're going to try it out, so we don't know if that's good or bad.
So you got a new car for so what car is Sammy driving? Sammy Smith.
He's driving a new one, so we've built all new cars for the last couple of years.
So you have been busy.
We have been busy, yep. So we got some for sale when we get back home if anybody wants some.
You give a racer this much time, and he'll use every darn second of it.
Well, the thing about it is you want to bring your best piece, right?
Yep.
You want to bring the freshest piece, the nicest piece, the piece that any new parts are better. I mean, when you don't have many laps on them and things like that, you tend to not have dialed in maybe a new race car, like the older ones, but I feel like a fresh piece with all new parts on it is better. As long as you do your job and your homework, it should be just like the other cars.
Did you shake it down?
Yeah, we shook it down. Seneca Race Cars, Terry Seneca does a great job building race cars and building his chassis, and then we come home and build them and put our touch on them, I guess, and I think it's pretty good.
You mentioned having Sammy Smith this year, being a car owner. Now, how does that, and a teammate, how does that kind of change things? Do you think that helps a little bit, having somebody else to kind of bounce notes back and forth from, or how do you think that impacts your race week?
Well, it definitely helps us being able to get the tire data and bouncing information because the cars are identical. We took a heat tested on Sunday, and we took a lot of what he has done and applied it over to my car because we knew the racetrack was going to trend tight with the rubber being laid down the last couple of days, and everyone, practicing in so many cars. So it's laid the rubber down. When we fired off yesterday, we were tight, just like we expected. And we did all the adjustments the same as what we did on his car, and they worked. So it's good when you can take that information. It speeds that process up, that learning curve that takes us that couple of runs. He can be in one direction, and I can be in another one, and then we can meet in the middle. We can try a lot of different things that can, like I said, just speed the process up, make some decisions, and granted, there is different drivers like different things, right? So what works for me may not work for him, but so far it's been pretty spot on.
And we got the poster right here.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I just saw that.
I saw you glancing down at the poster right here. Yeah. So we got Bubba Pollard right there. Your face is a little bit bigger than everybody else here.
That's because I'm older now.
Older.
That gray
Massey's
wiser.
Massey's a little further up though.
Hell, it don't matter.
Does that mean he's just? we mentioned the rivalry because every time we talk, it seems like every time you mention Bubba Pollard, you brought it up with Steven, that it's like peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and sardines for some, if you look at it that way. You know, we have to bring it up because it sells tickets. It also is just a huge part of the lore of the Snowball Derby currently. It's something you don't think of probably going into it, but you get asked a lot of questions about it, don't you?
Yeah, unfortunately, it gets brought up a lot.
You're welcome.
And I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. We're all going out there competing and trying to win at the same race. So whatever it takes. I mean, I don't get up in the morning worried about him at all. So I get up and do what I'm supposed to do.
Now, I asked Steven this question. This will be my last nasty question for you, at least. But
everybody gets one.
Everyone gets one. But I asked Steven this same question. This scenario that happened last year, you guys are running 1-2, same scenario. Is there anything that you do differently this year than what you did last year?
I don't think so. I mean, what was it, 5, 6, 7, 8? I don't remember how many laps it was to go. You're there. You got to stick it in. You got to go for the win. That's all you can do. So there's not much you can do. The only thing we can do is just be out in front of them, not have that situation. If we got a fast enough race car, we just need to be out front.
So the Snowball Derby, obviously a lot of us in this room know what the Snowball Derby means and the passion behind it and all that. There's a lot of people maybe even tuning in tonight to the kickoff party on Flow Racing. You know, you've had with your dirt track with Sonoy, excuse me.
There you go.
I'm bad at pronouncing. I'm working on it, I promise. You know about the Flow platform.
Yeah.
Okay, if somebody, he said this before, this is a great question. I'll give you credit on that.
Thank you.
This is your question, not mine. But if you were to look in that camera and sell somebody on what the Snowball Derby is and what it really means in the scope of short track racing, how would you tell that viewer watching right now?
Well, I'm excited about the Flow deal coming for a lot of different reasons. But getting back to this is our World 100. This is our Eldora.
Yep.
This is it for us. So that's what all those guys take their best piece, and that's what they've worked for all year, and that's the same as here. So when it comes down to it, it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a good week. I mean, even though it is a different style of racing, it is our biggest short track event each year.
Well, in the piece that we did with you, I don't know if you watched it because you've been working on race cars. But I
don't watch myself.
No, you don't watch yourself. No. But you did discuss Jonathan Davenport and what he's been able to do at the World 100. You know, you're still chasing that elusive Snowball Derby crown. Do we have to just get you a Longhorn steer or Watusi cattle? Maybe we need to change courses there. You got a little cattle, just maybe you need some horns out there in the field.
Yeah, we need some Watusis or whatever it is you got. Yeah. So, it's amazing what he's done. To win it. I mean, I can't win this race one time, much less he's won it 3 or 4 or 6 times now. So, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it just shows you what kind of driver he is. So, it takes a lot to put into these races and do what they've done. So, hopefully, the next couple of months we can make something happen where we can get Jonathan Davenport maybe some asphalt races.
Oh yeah, I mean you're going to be a big car owner now. Too.
Yeah. Hell no.
So let's make this happen, man.
He's ran the Snowflake before.
He has,
so.
yes.
Yeah. So getting back to the I know I changed the subject up a little bit, but getting back to the Flow deal.
Yes, sir.
I think it's big. I'm excited for the simple reason of there's a lot of I see both aspects of dirt racing and asphalt racing. I'm glad these because I get tired of hearing dirt people are always like asphalt sucks, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a good asphalt racing, and I'm excited for these fans. This dirt race, Five Flags is going to showcase what Snowball Derby is about, and I think they'll hopefully have a different perspective and different respect for when I go rolling in my dirt track or our dirt track, my family dirt track that. They don't give me hell about it, so but it'd be fun. All those guys get to watch us this weekend, and I'm excited for the Flow.
All right, man. This guy gets it done on pavement and dirt, but we should go to the guy on our crew that really gets down and dirty. Rob Lounce out there crowd surfing. I saw him before, like he's signing autographs. Rob, who you got?
Crowd surfing is not what I'm doing. I don't know if these boys are all strong enough to do this. I have found 5 drivers We're just going to go one by one here. We're going to start with Luke Baldwin over here, running a snowflake. He just set a personal best record over here. I'm getting kicked. I don't even know what's going on at this point. Look at this. Personal best record, high score 33. Are you going to be able to set a high score and go and win a snowflake this weekend?
I hope so. We're starting the week off right, I guess. We just got down here today, and now we're having fun at the ticket and just beat the high score. So hopefully we carry this momentum into the weekend. And we were pretty good here last year until race day, unfortunately. We with the Walker Motorsports group, we were good all week in practice, and then just kind of screwed ourselves all day on race day, but still ended up 11th. So I've got a lot of confidence going into it with our own car, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so pretty confident that the racing thing is going to go well. Pretty confident. We've already seen the basketball thing is going to go well. TJ DeCare over here knows you're not very good, though, at cartwheels. You proved that to us at the Martinsville Sheets a couple months ago when you almost knocked over an entire display.
No, I can rip a mean cartwheel. You just caught me on an off day.
Is today a better day?
Today is a much better day.
Show it. Who wants to see Luke Baldwin do a cartwheel? There's more room here than there was in that Sheets.
Well, I mean, you guys are just going to have to take my word for it.
I don't believe it.
The floors are dirty. I don't want to get hurt. It's a big weekend. But trust me, I am. I can do a mean cartwheel.
Carson Lofton, you're spotting for him. New Cars Tour rookie this year. Came up just shy of the Smart Modified Tour Championship to Luke. Do you believe him that he can do a cartwheel here?
I've seen it happen, so I think so.
Okay, do you think that his race on Saturday is going to go well? How prepared actually are you to make sure that you get him through all the mess?
So actually, he just wrecked his brother Jack at Riverhead, so let's hope that doesn't happen. So that's my goal, it's not wreck anybody.
The spotter is already throwing you under the bus. He's making sure that nothing is Carson's fault. TJ DeCare over here, you're also running the snowflake against good friend Luke. Do you think you're going to have a better race than his cartwheels are?
Absolutely. I mean, I was there that night using a cartwheel. Those poor chips. It was a bad day for those chips. But I can actually do a better cartwheel, believe it or not.
Can you?
I can.
Can you show us? Well, do you have the guts to show us?
I have the guts to show you.
All right, let's back up. Let's see TJ DeCare doing a cartwheel here at the ticket. This is for Luke Baldwin, he says. We're going to... Luke, that was... Oh, drink almost went down. That was a lot better.
I got to one-up that right now. I got to one-up it.
All right, let's see it.
It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
Come on, get rid of everything out of the pockets. Let's see it. Go back in the corner. Go back in the... Where are you going? Whoa, okay. He one-upped you, TJ. He one-upped you.
I can't do a backflip.
All right. Silas Ripley running the snowflake. Can you chop that?
I don't know about that. Maybe in basketball. I don't know.
Can you top that on the racetrack at least?
Hopefully. I'm pretty excited. It's a dream come true. And it's just amazing. We had a great season earlier, like running fourth in the 250. Got third in the past 300 weekend. And just looking to carry our momentum forward into the snowflake.
That's what I know about you. Resident Mainer Brandon Paul, who's up on set, kept telling me Silas Ripley is going to be a contender for the win. Ran fourth in the Oxford 250, which obviously for you guys up north, that's the biggest race on the East Coast aside from this race. So how much momentum do you feel like you've got going into this weekend?
I feel like we got a pretty good momentum because we had a good season overall. I got picked up my first win in a Super Late Model. It's my rookie year. And then I had a good run in that past 400 weekend. Like I said, we won 2 out of the 3 segments, getting a third overall. It's been a great season so far, and just hopefully we can carry the momentum forward and keep progress going.
All right, well, you race fans might not know because he's, I think, almost as tall as me or maybe even taller. This kid's 15 years old, Silas Ripley, making his snowflake debut this weekend. Beautiful car for Rackley War. We're going to move on down the line, certainly last but not least here, Anthony Bello, the last one of the 5 to talk to on this whip through the corner here, I'm going to call this. You just saw Flags Speedway for the first time this past weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was this racetrack like? You're normally a modified guy. Now you're running a Pro Late model. What was this whole transition like?
Yeah, so we're going to bolt on the fenders this week. Just coming here, seeing the place. I've always heard of Flags Speedway, and I know what this race means to a lot of us competitors. And first look at the track, this place is awesome. It's a half mile like my home track, Stafford. A little more worn out down here than a northern track, but 2 or 3 weeks ago we tested here, took to it quite well, ran some really good laps, really consistent. Just got to give it up to Dylan Fetcho Racing Crew. I mean, these guys are just such a good group of guys, and they have everything right. They got the resources, they got the people, and the quality bodies on the team. It's just such an honor just to come down here and run with a good team like this, and we're going to give our best shot at it with the limited amount of experience I have in these fendered race cars.
All right, Anthony Bello is going to have some fun this weekend. Everybody's having fun here. We've got backflips, we've got cartwheels. We've also got Derek Thorne, a Snowball Derby champion, coming up on the other side of this break.
Back here in Pensacola, Florida, the Ticket Sports Bar, and of course, Matthew Dillner looking at the menu. We still have some time here, and now Derek Thorne is joining us. And Derek, you're going to be playing the role of crew. Actually, no, you're not. You're driving the Snowball Derby.
Right. Yeah.
We were down here in April, and I was kind of busting your balls a little bit because you were trying to tell me you were going to be a crew chief, you weren't going to be racing,
right.
and I was telling you, no way, you're going to drive in the Snowball Derby, and here you are.
It's almost like you predicted the future. Like you knew what was going on before I even knew what was going on.
I know. Yes.
I'm gonna start calling you more often.
Yes. Just let me know. But anyways, you're here. You're racing. How cool is that to be back at the Derby?
It's awesome. To be able to come to Derbies, obviously, I feel like it was 2011 was my first attempt, and to be able to look back at all those years and all the attempts that I've got to come here and make, and to have the teams that I've driven for, just blessed for the opportunity. Like every Derby, you don't know if it's going to be your last or when it might be your last. So it's getting the ball down the field, and I've been blessed to have Paul Schaefer Motorsports give me an opportunity in the 7, and then to have Pat Jett give me the opportunity in the Pro Late model as well. To be able to do double duty and go for the Tom Dawson Trophy and the Snowflake 100, I feel like it's an honor in itself.
Now, you of course got the win finally in 2022, but having the Snowflake wins, but being so close, second place finishes, it's well documented your journey here at the Snowball Derby. But I got to ask you, because there's a bunch of drivers throughout history, and some of them here tonight that haven't won it, and some of them probably feel like, I don't know, will I ever get that chance?
Right.
Did you feel that way at one time?
Absolutely, because I feel like it's never owed to you. Regardless of how you were in the year prior, you come in the following year, obviously there's much confidence, or more confidence, because you had a great run, but this is the most humbling event you could ever be part of. I tell people that come here for the first time, just survive each day. Survive practice day, survive tech day, survive the next practice day. Try to get to qualifying day. Pray that you absolutely make qualifying. You don't have to run the B main into the pro or the super, or any division for that matter, because the B main for the Derby is probably one of the more stout fields you'll see in an A main feature in any other track in the country. So you come here just hoping that you put the whole package together, have no part failures, you just magically happen to hit the right setup and have your car be one of the better ones and put yourself in a position to compete. But when you come here against these guys, they're all so damn good. Like, you end up just trying to chase your own stuff, make it as good as possible, but you don't know where you're going to end up. But some years are your years, and you just hope the luck's on your side as well.
You mentioned qualifying, and that's an area you have not struggled in recent years. 5 straight front row starting positions, 4 pole awards. You've just been dominant in qualifying. So for all the racers here, they all want to know the secret. Can you fill them in? What's it take to win the pole at Five Flags?
We had such a good consistent thing going with Campbell Motorsports, Byron Campbell and Mike Keene. We had a 10-year, 12-year run there where we were just a tight-knit group out of one shop, given every resource we needed to go run well. Mike Keene did an amazing job. Fury Race Cars, we came here and just had, obviously, hit the nail on the head and had a multiple years that did well. And to have Chris Purdy and Paul Schaefer, to have us back here again, another Fury chassis, very optimistic about it, tested well. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where nerves becomes a big part of it. Obviously, us having the success, maybe I have less nerves than most, but at the same time, it is still the most excruciatingly nervous day you'll have all year, knowing if you miss it, even with the best car, you miss it by a little bit and you have to park yourself in that B main, not a place you want to be.
I think a lot of times in super late model racing, throughout history, it goes in different ebbs and flows, but there's been an East Coast bias.
Yep.
Okay, and it's no secret. You know, some of the people that are tucked away in the Northwest have been, or in California, have been hidden in some ways. You know, how much does your success down here, Jeremy Doss's success down here, really kind of pave the way for some of the? I mean, there's a young kid here, 13 years old, Vito Cancilla, going to be running, and there's. It seems like we're seeing an influx of Northwest talent.
And I think that's what it has to take for an event to have the status of the Snowball Derby. I think you have to have a regional input from different parts of the country, but financially the undertaking's tremendous. You know, to have a Plybon from the Northwest, to have Doss here from California, to have guys from Maine, to have guys from the Midwest. You have to have that stature in order to make this race what it is. But it's tough because you come here and you run against guys that have been coming to Pensacola for the entire season or all year, and these guys are coming in like Vito, as young as he is, with a new team at a track that per se is extremely hard to get a hold of for not only the driver but also the team. It's one thing to come in with a new driver and an experienced team, but you come here, I always tell people, give it years. You're not going to come here in 1 year and figure it out. It took me a number of years to come here consistently with different teams, but to have the opportunities to take the time to get used to the track, just the whole environment of the week, taking it all. The environment itself is intimidating just at the Derby, right? Let alone being on the track with the competitors. So it's just taking it all in, knowing that it's a start to something and you're going to build upon it, and you just keep stacking those blocks, hoping that 1 year is going to finally be your year.
We talk about the success you've had here, but it wasn't always like that.
No.
The first few years, one of the years you were sliding down the front stretch on your roof, right?
That's right?
So, I mean, what is it that keeps you coming back, or what is it that kept you coming back? I mean, now it's easy because you've had success.
Right.
But back then, what kept you coming back every year?
You know, you look at the base of what the Snowball Derby is Five Flags Speedway, and at the base of that is Tim and Pat Bryant, right? And the facility they have and the people, and it's built off the people. You come back for the people, not only the experience of the Derby and the fans and the fun, but you have a base that is Tim and Pat Bryant and the whole facility and all the people at Five Flags Speedway that make this thing successful. And they are what I think that's the backbone of what this is. And they have put together an amazing event, and it's built year over year. To have Flow Sports back, to have you two gentlemen. I called you guys the A-team when I saw you in I think it was April.
Hold on.
We didn't pay you yet. So.
I got my wallet out here. Just take it.
It's amazing to see you guys here doing what you do to make this event fun, to have Flow Racing, advertising it, to amplify what is already an amazing event. You guys helped take this. It's like Bob Dillner, your brother. He took it to the next level with P51, and to have those things and the combination of all of it, it's just been a perfect storm, and it attracts people to come here and want to compete against the best drivers. But it's also because you guys make us look good, and it's obviously the biggest event, and if you do well here, you're doing something.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've done something becoming a Snowball Derby champion. You've got the trophy behind your name's on the other side there. Real quick,
cool.
where is your Snowball trophy?
It's back in California.
Like, where do you have it in your house?
It's actually at the shop.
Okay.
Mike Heen and I, we have our little shop, DTR, Direct One Racing, back home, and it's sitting right there front and center next to the 2 Snowflake trophies, and it looks good up there.
Well, you know, there's a guy walking around the Snowball the ticket right now that deserves a trophy too. That's Rob Blount. Rob, who you got?
I don't deserve a trophy for anything, Matthew, but thank you. From one Derek to another Derek Thorne and Derek Kraus, 23 years old, and he's making me feel old as a 32-year-old because you just said you feel like you're getting old because you've been here now. This is your 9th or 10th time. What keeps bringing you back to the Snowball Derby?
Just the prestige of the race. This is definitely the biggest short track race in the country, and to be able to come here and run well. Last year we ended up missing the show, which sucks, but we came to redeem ourselves this year.
What is that like to know that you've been here so many years, you missed the show, and then you have to wait 365 days to get back? Like, how excited and ready are you for redemption this year?
Yeah, I'm really hungry for this year. I want to go out and perform well. It's always really cool to be able to come here with my dad and Cam and everybody that helps me on my super late model stuff. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. We tested yesterday, and I feel like we had a really good test, and we're going to try to go out this weekend and have a good run.
Your first answer, you mentioned the prestige of this race. This year, $50,000 to win, but does the money even matter, or is it just all about the Tom Dawson Trophy?
Yeah, the Tom Dawson Trophy would be really cool to have, but always a good purse. It always brings a really good attraction, and then this year being on Flow Racing is really cool to have, and it'll be really fun and good for the fans to watch.
All right, Derek, I know I pulled you out of a conversation, so I'll let you go back and mingle with everybody. We're going to see who else we can find here. That was Derek Kraus. We'll see if in his 9th or 10th year if he can capture the Tom Dawson Trophy. And one driver that is right next to us here that does have one, Travis Braden. How cool would it be to take home a second Tom Dawson Trophy? And I know you want to do it crossing the start-finish line first. How cool would that be?
Well, it would be cool, although there has been some confusion all month here. I'm only running the Snowflake this year.
That's right. So your name has been on the entry list for the Derby, but now that you say it, I remember saying it, so that's my bad. Travis Brady going for the Snowflake, which also is a really awesome-looking trophy in its own right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll sign up for next year's Derby right now if you guys are ready, or if someone's got a seat for this weekend. But
you heard it here. He's won the race. Let's put him back in the car next year.
I do want to get back and take that checkered flag. You know what I mean? To not lead that last lap, something that's always kind of stung a little bit. So it'd be cool to come do that again. But it'd be awesome to start that off by doing it in the Snowflake this weekend. And it's a cool experience to come here. We came here a couple of weeks ago with Evan Shotko's team. Had a really good test. Their first time here with one of their cars. And I know that was exciting for them. It was honestly exciting for me to kind of see that all come together, and I thought the car was really solid. So we're going to see how it goes, and it's just great for me personally to be back here at the racetrack.
Where is that Tom Dawson Trophy, and is there room for the Snowflake Trophy right next to it? Because that's also a pretty large trophy.
Well, we're still renting, so that thing moves constantly. The other day I actually just moved it. I put it in a prime spot in a new storage little unit we have, but we're always thinking about our next place. Where can we fit in that trophy? You know, and it's definitely one of our prized possessions at home. And like I said, it'd be so cool to get another one day. So we'll see.
So Derby Week is really cool, really special. But I know that you just had something really cool, really special happen to you. You got engaged to longtime girlfriend Jess not that long ago. How awesome is that for you guys? And has she already started the wedding planning yet?
Oh, of course we've started the wedding planning. Hi, honey, at home. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know all you guys so well from so many years that we've been racing, and Jess has been around with me. And obviously, with her journey a couple years ago with breast cancer, getting through that, it's been a lot emotionally for both of us. But it was really awesome to be able to finally take that step of our life this year when everybody's feeling good, doing good, and we had a lot of fun. We went to Las Vegas, took some pictures a couple weeks ago, which I know you saw. I mean,
the pictures are incredible, by the way. Those are very unique but really specific pictures that you guys took. Talk a little bit about that theme. Was that your idea or her idea?
Whose idea do you think?
That was Jess's idea, I know.
You know, she's brought so much fun in my life since I've met her. You know, I think that kind of stuff is cool. I used to think it was kind of weird, right? But we had so much fun. Her and I going out there, dressing up, kind of fitting the vibe of Las Vegas and finding a cool spot to go and just her and I have some fun. It was really fun. And the question I've been asked a bunch is, how did you fit in those pants? I held my breath. It was a rough battle, but we made it happen.
I wasn't going to bring up the pants because I thought that would be a little weird if I brought it up, but I will say I was very jealous because I don't know if I could even get like one thigh in both legs there. So good for you that you're able to do that. Hopefully you're able to bring home the Snowflake this year. Travis Braden, guys, back up to you on the set.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rob, I definitely couldn't fit in those pants, but Anyway, we'll move on from that. But Travis Braden there, you saw the Hendrick hat. Every time I go over to Hendrick Motorsports in Concord, I always bump into him. He's such a hard worker and for that team on the Cup side, and it's cool to be over there and see a guy that's a Snowball Derby champion working on Cup cars. But hey, you know who's one of our champions? He joins us right now. It's the voice of the no, it's you. It's the voice of the Snowball Derby, Adam Mackey. Adam, we love having you on the broadcast always, and it's going to be so great to work with you again this year.
No, it's fun, have a chance to work with some folks that I've worked with in the past, both of you, obviously, with the Derbies in the past, some of our previous broadcasts we've done. Again, 50 super late models, 50 pro late models going to be trying to qualify into those fields this weekend. We talk about it every year, the qualifying just about as exciting as the race at times because the qualifying is so important. Just to see those guys qualify in, it means so much. And what a turnout tonight here at Tickets.
Look at this place, dude.
Right? You know what? Usually when I come in here, there's not a lot of racing people around. Well, tonight we brought the racing people here.
Where's your
pretty
spot?
cool.
Are they in your spot? Or somebody sitting in your seat?
Actually, I like playing darts right where the studio is set up. That's my dartboard right there. I can't even play darts right now.
That says bullshoot.
That is.
That must be your section.
It is right there. That's my dartboard. I won several games of darts on that board right there. They just opened this place up like a year ago.
eBay.
They just opened this place up like a year ago.
Yeah.
Before it was in like a little strip mall that we would always go to. It was only like a mile away from our hotel, a couple miles away from the racetrack. Like to go in there. The drinks are very good. The drinks were very affordable. This place
cheese curds rock.
Oh, I did the sampler tonight. $15.99 for boneless wings, loaded fries, and cheese curds. Delicious.
I think you should announce like a menu item here. Like
I just did.
Adam, come on, I'm not saying go all Robbie Harvey on it.
No, we don't want to do that yet.
But there's some great.
In the next couple of days, we'll get there.
I mean, look at this. You get that's a great descriptor.
Wisconsin cheese curd. Let's do it in Adam's Trump. How about that?
Oh, I like that. Let's do it.
Wisconsin cheese curds, fried golden brown.
The best.
Going to be delicious, unbelievable. They're served with marinara. Unbelievable. Yes.
Only the best cheese curds.
Correct. They're going to be great. The food's
the
really
Snowball
good
Derby, the best race in the country.
Unbelievable.
Hands down.
Crazy.
And it will be on Flow Racing this year. The best.
It's on.
Anyways, speaking of the best, I think we should throw it over in the bar to the best. The best, Rob Blount.
Guys, we're hanging out here, just mingling in the bar area now at this point. So we know that there is a special award that needs to be announced. Matt Wolf, tell us what this award is and who we're awarding.
So in July, we lost Jeff Sandlin, and you can't replace a guy like that. He is a void that is missed. Everybody in here we've had conversations, talked about him, and what that man did for sales, service, technical contribution. The man was a legend. And in order for us you're never going to fill his shoes. But when it comes down to it, in order for us to honor his legacy and be able to at least fill the gap, we created an award called the Jeff Sandlin Legacy Award. And that award represents sales, service, technical support, and contributions outside of motorsports. And what this is going to do is it's going to raise the level of all the vendors in sports. I mean, vendors get no credit. And when it comes down to it, the vendors are what make this go round. Racers, owners, vendors, all the above. And the vendors are always the last ones that get all the praise. So this not only honors Jeff, but it also brings to light what vendors do for this sport. And we all need to do a better job of raising the sport. Rising tides raise all ships. So we nominated some people. Corey Schultz, Chris Wise from 5 Star, Tim Sheets from Hellraiser, and Brandon Ernest from Ernest Performance were the top 3. that came down to the finalists. And we have a very special guest with the family, with Jennifer, Bella Ray, and Tilson. And I would like them to read the winner of the inaugural Jeff Sandlin Legacy Award.
The winner is Chris Wise.
Chris, how special is it for you to receive this award?
It's very special. I mean, the vendors, we put in a lot of sacrifice, and my company is all about customer service, so it's very important. And to honor Jeff's legacy is something special. It's very something special.
Now, I know that this award isn't about the physical trophy itself, but I was told before this took 4 days to make this award. It's a one of one. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't even know how the proper way to put this, but knowing that you're taking this home in honor of something that was so special to so many people in this industry, what does that mean?
It's very humbling. I mean, there's a lot of people that make this thing go every week. I mean, year round. I don't even know what to say. It's something special.
Guys, we've been having a lot of fun here at the ticket, but this was a really cool moment in its own right.
Guys, that was a special moment right there. Jeff Sandlin was a really good human being and somebody that did so much for motorsports. So to see that award, the inaugural award, which is going to become a Snowball Derby tradition, that's going to be amazing to see each and every year, Brandon. And Snowball Derby is all about traditions. Whether you look at Wayne Dedekin Sr. and Dickie Davis and all the Donnie Alice and all the guys that have won this race stretched throughout the 2000s. But then you look at the traditions behind the scenes, and this is going to become one that I think is cherished for a lot of people in this industry. So an unbelievable thing. So I know Rob Blount's the busiest guy here, and I think he's got somebody special too. Have you heard anything?
I heard he had somebody. It looks like he does. I think we should probably send it over to our buddy Rob.
Let's go, buddy.
Yeah, guys, you want to talk about special traditions at the Snowball Derby. One of them that has been a tradition for quite a few years, the Miss Snowball Derby pageant. We're catching up with the newest Miss Snowball Derby, Miss Ansley Brown. How excited are you to be here for all of these festivities?
I'm super excited. I grew up here. I'm born and raised, and it's a great opportunity to be able to represent Flags Speedway this year.
What does it mean to you to know that, like you said, you grew up here? Now you've seen a lot of women come and go as Miss Snowball Derby, and now you get to be a part of that group.
It's an honor. All the girls did amazing this year. They were all beautiful. It was very competitive, and I'm just super thankful that I get to represent it, and I get to meet new people and just come together as a community.
Now, I know that you and Snowball here himself get to be good friends now because you guys get to do everything together in Victory Lane. How cool is that going to be that you're going to be in Victory Lane in all of the pictures that we're going to look at for years to come from the Snowball Derby this year?
It's super exciting. Normally I'm in the stands or in the pits, but this year I get the opportunity to stand here with everyone else and all the hardworking racers. And Tim Bryant did a really good job this year putting it on, and he put so much effort into this, and I'm just super thankful.
Miss Ansley Brown, Miss Snowball Derby, you'll see her all over Flags Speedway all week long throughout the Snowball Derby festivities.
Thank you, Rob. Back here at the desk, Adam remains. We kept you here. You did so well.
Mr. Snowball Derby.
Mr.
Snowball.
That
14 years? Is that you've been here?
This is like my
Wow.
15th or 16th, whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. It makes me feel old, actually. It really does. It makes me feel old, but it's okay.
So
it's like 15 or 16 in a row. I think 15.
You're getting old. We're all getting old.
Yeah, we
but
are.
As we get ready to wrap the show here, it's been an awesome time. Rob, tremendous job to Rob out there, talking to drivers, Miss Snowball, everybody, signing autographs, everything that Rob was doing tonight. Really appreciate that.
Even Snowball's back there. Come on back here, Snowball. Come on.
There's Snowball.
There's Snowball.
But now that we look forward, tomorrow we're parking haulers. What are we looking forward to most here at the Snowball Derby this week?
You go first, buddy.
Pole qualifying Friday night. Set your field. top 30 lock in. That's always the deal on Friday night at 6 o'clock, right? We always talked about it for years. Your brother,
Yep.
Bob, always talked about, will that dew set in? I don't know that the dew has ever been an issue since I've been coming down here. Maybe a little bit here and there. They show it building up on the windows. But just the qualifying on Friday night at 6 o'clock, so important. All of the work, all of the practice sessions that we cover all day long on Thursday, right here live on Flow. I mean, we're going to cover every single practice session. We're going to see these guys go through sets of tires and sets of tires just to try to get that whole qualifying speed, a chance to give them a top 30 on Friday night, and then it all comes down to just 2 laps. So that's very important. And obviously the race itself, the build-up to Sunday is great, but what makes the Snowball Derby so special is it's a 4-day deal. 5-day deal if you count hauler parking tomorrow and tech and everything that goes with it. But when it comes to Thursday night's races, there'll be thousands of fans in the stands. Friday night's races, thousands of fans in the stands. Saturday and Sunday, much the same. Sunday, standing room only is what we're at right now, Matthew. Standing room only on Sunday. Every year now, it seems like we sell out Sunday.
General admission tickets still available.
General admission for, still available, but it's going to end up being probably standing room only when it comes down to it for the folks that arrive late on Sunday if they didn't get their reserved seat or general admission. So what a week, and the fact that it's a whole week of events that is so big. That's what makes it so important.
You hit it nail on the head. Even starting with practice. I don't know any racetrack, I don't know any series where people just go gaga over practice.
Okay? Talking about practice.
Yes.
And I get juiced up because Snowball Derby practice is better than any practice in all of motorsports, hands down. Put it in the bank, put it in print. All right, I'm too hyped up, and I haven't even had a Red Bull.
We need Rob.
Let's go to Rob. Let's go to Rob. Bail me out, Rob.
All right, Matt, I'll bail you out. That's what I normally do anyway. I'm standing here with Snowball himself, who can't talk, so he's just going to wave. He's excited. He won't give us his final thoughts. We were doing it through sign language a little bit ago. Man, I cannot wait to see what happens when we finally get cars on the racetrack on Thursday. Qualifying, my favorite day of the week. I can't wait for that one, but I'll tell you what I'm most excited for. There's a pizza right over my shoulder. I'm ready to eat. I don't know about you guys. Let's get off air so we can get some food.
Back to you.
Yeah, I am ready to get some food.
Yes.
I definitely am. But, hey, we're going to wrap things up here real quick at the ticket, and we're going to join the party behind us, have some wings, have some barley pops, and have some good food here at the ticket. But
I've been doing that for the last 2 hours. Where have you guys been?
We've been working up here on the desk.
Right behind you, just out of over
there.
top of your shoulder. I was right there.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't stand behind me awkwardly eating a chicken wing.
It's some Tito's.
Tito's. Oh, it's tea. It's tea and Tito's.
Yeah.
But before we wrap, a few things I want to definitely hit on and make sure people understand. This week, anytime there's a race car on the racetrack, Flow Racing is going to be live. Yep. Every single lap of on-track action.
Support divisions, everything.
Support divisions. Anytime there's a race car on the racetrack, you will be able to watch it. Point number 2, if you are a Flow Racing subscriber, no additional purchase is needed to watch the Snowball Derby. No pay-per-view. If you subscribe monthly or yearly to Flow Racing, you can watch the Snowball Derby. You can watch every single lap of the Snowball Derby starting Thursday. Well, starting tomorrow with hauler parking, but all the way until the checkered flag on Sunday.
Well, you know what? I think it's time to wrap up at the ticket. I'm Matthew Dillner. Adam Mackey, the voice here of the Snowball Derby. Brandon Paul, Rob Blount, our hardworking crew here, and everybody at the ticket. Folks at the ticket, let's give them a send-off, folks. Are you ready for the Snowball Derby? Woo! That's right. Flow Racing, tune in all week long. The greatest short track race on pavement in America. It's the 57th annual Snowball Derby at Flags Speedway, Pensacola, Florida, and you can catch it live on Flow Racing.